Hello everyone. My name is Weixing. I come from the China University of Technology, and I'm now a 3-year graduate student. The title of my paper is Unpaired Learning of Roadway-Level Traffic Pulse from Trajectories. This presentation includes the follow 8 aspects to introduce. The first part is background introduction. The second part is the related work and contribution. Then our introduces introduce some preliminary concepts and the overview and definition flows. The second part is the trajectory transition, and then is training model and experiment and analysis, and the last part is the conclusion. Let's begin with the introduction of this paper. Traffic pulse are the carriers of the transportation and traffic, and the traffic pulse data can be used as a basis for traffic monitoring and other technology. Therefore, traffic pulse education is essential for the research in the field of transportation. Traffic pulse is the route of the traffic facility that objects flows when traveling on the regular path of many objects. The finalist name of the traffic path education can be divided into 3 categories. That is the certain level, train, roadway level, and land level. The certain level road is a method of user setters of road to respectively of road. The roadway road is a road that uses certain line to replace the different demarcation of the road according to the direction of the road virtual travel. The non-level road is a road repetition method that details the number, location, and width of all the road. The first is center line and 2 roadway line and land line. Traditional traffic path extrication methods may include manual measurement and extrication method based on high-resolution remote sensed image process. However, note a traffic path in traffic-related normal strict manuals. Maritime traffic paths are the optimized navigation part endowed from the safe harbor of ships and vessels. Therefore, in order to achieve transport path extrication in traffic field, the traditional manual measurement method and the remote access image process method are no longer applicable. In research year, difficult case of the trajectory-based method have been proposed, which can be classified into many categories: method-based or trajectory points close and method-based or distance estimation. There are also some hardware methods can be more than one stage. The first is method based on trajectory point classes. The second is method based on geometry and morphometry. Among these methods, the most promising is the deep learning based approach because there don't really many approach parameters and make fair use of the prompt knowledge in the available map data. This is a contribution, and the speed and evolution converted to RGB we code the direction agile value, use HSV and transform it into RGB value to better represent the trajectory direction feature. And collision layer before the import of the generator. The design of the collision layer later have the ability to extract local information and has parameters. We will first introduction to preliminary concepts adopted in our post-port method. The HSV closed model and the single gun model. The HSV closed model is the closed space in which closed expression in terms of height, acceleration, and value. Here is the dimensions with points of its normal. Code red, yellow, blue, green. Saturation measures the departure of a hue from a mature metal from weighty or groove. A value measures the departure of a hue from black. The close of zero analogy. In the original nature, the range of each is from 0 to 1, but we need to map the orientation of trajectory to each. So the range of each is set from 0 to 316. In this paper, the HSV representation of trajectory feature should be converted to RGB model for later process. Single gun can model the data distribution into domains supplied by the consists single gun's trajectory and single gun's consists load along with the advanced load gun. Solid downloads require data to be paired or sample correspond to each other at the same location. Lucky the gun's single gun consists of two generatories and two discriminatories. In order to clear describe the experiment, seven definitions need to customize. The first one is trajectories. Give a more objects way. Raw trajectory of V is the squared of position of its over period of time. For more visit, we can be the maritime model self identified. The second one is future gradient. Give an arrow we divided its horizontal time and virtual G time. Future gradient is gets and G gradient of the table L. Where R and I indicate the number of row and column of the future matrix and the point of all gradient in the target. L make up 2 point future. Sum and L orientation and speed in now future. Orientation future and speed future and the future are denoted as future points and future now and future orientation and future speed respective. And the third one is the future merging. Future merging constitutes the future point line and rotation and speed into single future matrix with the size of R or RG file to action and into the port model. Instead of compute the future direction and symbol. Future merging of this paper first transformation of transformation future or orientation and the future speed into new future denoted as future orientation and speed use HV closed space to perceive the roadway data. The future points, future nav, and future origin and future orientation and speed is calculated into the input of the model and the future M. The image gives the overall process of learning. The road-level traffic code pairs from the appearance traffic code trajectory data and path data. As shown in the figure, the model consists of two components. The collision line and the single-gun structure. This structure makes the model able to return the space-term information of trajectory points and extract the roadway level part with starting departed path data in the training process. Two kinds of data sets. Trajectory data and path data are used as input of the model as shown above to achieve the convert from trajectory data to roadway level path data. Spare-term block information is first obtained by future extraction, and then future grounded and future merging until to get the input of the proposed model, and at some time path data is also grounded to get the sample of the target data distribution for the model. Next is the trajectory transition. First, we need to extract the future given L. Repetition is into a grid with a G cell and for each grid cell, and then extract some future from the trajectory points, which is most straightforward indicators of the roadway line, which can help it recover the road when points are superior orientation. This feature is helpful for discretion to parallel road in opposite directions. Speed is also helpful to model the complete roadway. Thus, all the sum road, the speed usually does not change that match all the sum roadway. Next is orientation covered to close information. The orientation of each trajectory point can be calculated by the adjusted trajectories points in trajectory data. The azimuth is either with dual loss, and then the azimuth value are also loaded as D can be converted into H of the HVC closed space. Speech at the speed and orientation correct to RGB. This is the contribution 1. The comparison of AS trajectory transformation. When H equal D, S equal 1, V equal speed and H equal D, S equal D 1, and V equal 1 is presented in figure. It is easy to find that the nominated value of speed of 2hc can reduce those points. We use the single-gun model as a training model for trajectory extraction, and the single-gun is an image-to-image learning model. We need to cover the input data into 3 channel data and calculation layer before the import of the generators, and this is a contribution 2. After future point, future line, and future orientation and speed is transformation into 3 channels by the convolution layer. We refer to the single-gun network design. The generators is the result network, and the distribution network is the pitch cap. The maritime data we need in the experiment is the AS data of cargo shop in the Danish with in March 2021. We also use copy GPS trajectory data from Flowbit 2 to Flowbit 8. And trajectory data from Chengdu takes or Oxide 3. We find that the network achieves the best performance of both data when lambda equals 16. A small lambda or larger lambda reduce the first performance of the road network. Drop the transformers we learned a dump to perform network training with learning route 0.0002 and bit size 1. We keep the sub-learning route for the first hybrid perch and learning disable and read to 0 over the next hybrid pitch. The slope of the looking roller in the negative part is set to 0.2. By comparing line blocks and other six type of network and generators express, it is known that these line blocks and have better execution effects as generators. This is because rest line blocks which is used in Fengquan has the best performance in the form of precision record at the first one cycle. In order to compare and evaluate the execution results of this experiment, this paper compares and evaluates the execution method of the T1 sequence and sample D2MG. In terms of the experiment of a build trajectory, we use the road network from a map data of BGL as a benchmark. The figures show the static road network map and executed traffic paths use difficult approach. We can perceive that in figures for the areas marked by the road dot box, our method can extract roadway level paths when the other two methods cannot achieve acute roadway. Note that all the methods cannot achieve roadway in the areas marked by the gray box. It is only because that there are only one roadway of the acute person. Even in this case, our method can also extract the path with nurse decision and bit collective and show in figures. We use the factory study for measure the map quality to machine. And the quality machine, the geometries and topographic symbol map. The main idea is that we look for the pixel with its composite reach of all the image generated by some data from every location of the road. And we set the match reach 2 pixels. Before match, we provide pixel value filter of all the result image to remove dark spot. We set a pixel value filter range from 140 and to 545. We reported the first or second record and precision in the wholly result image. The final is the conclusion. By proposed and deep learning method based on Fengquan and use HV closed space to reinforce the space feature of more trajectories. This paper achieved roadway level traffic path extraction without the pre-study reform data. The results show that the proposed method in this paper can extract more accurate trackage paths. Thanks.